On October 17, 2024, a violent storm battered Oregon's Cascade Mountains, unleashing wind and rain that turned the sky nearly black. High above the chaos, a Gulfstream G650 jet, owned by the secretive tech billionaire Marcus Chen, sliced through the turbulence, its engines roaring against the storm. Chen, founder of Black Tower Technologies and a master of digital privacy, was en route to his hidden desert estate, a place few even knew existed. Air traffic controllers tracked the jet, a green dot on their screens, moving steadily through the storm, its path unwavering despite the chaos outside. The flight seemed routine, almost mundane, despite the wild weather raging below. Suddenly the jet's radar signature began to behave erratically, flickering and jumping across the screen. The controllers watched in disbelief as the dot flickered, then vanished completely from their monitors. No distress call, no explosion, just silence. An absence that felt almost unnatural. Marcus Chen was a ghost in the tech world, rarely seen, never interviewed, obsessed with privacy and secrecy. He built unbreakable encryption, shielding secrets from even the most powerful governments and prying eyes. His life was a fortress, his movements unpredictable, his presence almost mythic. That night, he was heading to one of his most remote properties, a place designed to be invisible to the outside world. The storm passed, leaving the mountains eerily calm, but Chen and his jet were simply gone. No wreckage, no signal, only questions, and a growing sense of unease. The world would soon realize, this was no ordinary disappearance, but the beginning of something far stranger. Marcus Chen's vanishing would become one of the greatest mysteries of the digital age, sparking theories and investigations worldwide. The silence left behind was as profound as the storm itself, echoing through the wilderness and the world beyond. And behind that silence, a story was waiting to be uncovered, one that would challenge everything we thought we knew. Trouble began not with a mayday, but with deception, a subtle, calculated move that would set the stage for one of aviation's greatest mysteries. The jet's transponder started cycling through false identities, commercial airliner, military craft, then something else entirely. As if someone was playing a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek with the world's most advanced tracking systems. This wasn't a malfunction, it was deliberate misdirection, a digital masquerade orchestrated by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. On radar, the jet performed sharp, controlled turns, dropping and climbing in ways that suggested a hidden agenda, each maneuver more precise than the last, as if following a script only the pilot could read. Investigators would later call it a ghosting protocol, a digital sleight of hand that left even seasoned experts baffled. Some believed a second aircraft was involved, masking Chen's jet as it prepared to vanish, its presence hinted at only by fleeting blips on the radar. Controllers tried to reach the pilot. Silence, not a word, not a click, just the hum of static and the growing sense that something was terribly wrong. After 60 seconds of chaos, the jet disappeared from radar. No crash, no debris, just gone, as if it had slipped through a crack in reality itself. Search teams braved the storm, combing the Three Sisters wilderness by air and on foot, their hopes fading with each passing hour. They found nothing, no wreckage, no bodies, no trace. It was as if the jet had never existed at all. Days turned to weeks, the search area expanding across forests and volcanic rock, every lead dissolving into mist and rumor. The jet had vanished as if swallowed by the sky, leaving behind only questions and a chilling silence. The world was left with a single chilling fact. Marcus Chen and his billion-dollar jet had disappeared without a trace, their fate sealed in the clouds. Theories multiplied, but evidence was non-existent. Every new idea only deepened the mystery. The disappearance was total, physical and digital. Even the jet's data trail had been expertly erased. It was as if the storm had erased not just a plane, but a man's entire existence, leaving only a void where answers should be. The controllers could only stare at the empty screen, haunted by what they'd witnessed, replaying those final moments over and over. The mystery was just beginning. Whispers of conspiracy and sabotage began to circulate. The world demanded answers, but the silence was absolute. Officials offered little, fueling speculation. Marcus Chen had become a legend overnight, his name spoken in hushed tones from boardrooms to back alleys. The search for truth would only deepen the enigma, drawing in investigators, journalists and conspiracy theorists alike. In the digital age, even a ghost can leave no shadow. Every clue seemed to dissolve before it could be grasped. The question remained, was this a vanishing or an escape? Had Chen orchestrated his own disappearance, or was he the victim of something far more sinister? The answer for now was lost in the storm, hidden somewhere between fact and legend, and the world was left to wonder, haunted by the ghost in the machine. As the jet vanished into the thick, swirling clouds above the Oregon wilderness, so did Marcus Chen's digital life, dissolving quietly and almost invisibly. At the exact moment the jet's transponder failed, his online presence began to erase itself, as if following a meticulously planned script. Emails, financial records, company files, gone in minutes as if they had never existed. The erasure was surgical, executed by code only a master could write, precise, untraceable, and devastatingly effective. Investigators traced the command to a temporary high-altitude server, active for mere minutes, then silent, leaving no digital fingerprints behind. It was a digital vanishing act, perfectly timed with the jet's disappearance, as if orchestrated by an invisible hand. Chen's personal history, photos, messages, contacts, was wiped clean, leaving no trace for friends or family to follow. Black Tower Technologies lost key files. Chaos erupted behind closed doors as teams scrambled to understand what had happened. The public was told everything was secure, but insiders knew better. Panic simmered beneath the surface. Chen had erased himself from both the physical and digital world, leaving only questions in his wake. Experts were stunned by the thoroughness, unable to find even a single overlooked detail. It was a final act of encryption, one that no one could break, no matter how hard they tried. The vanishing jet was dramatic, but the digital erasure was even more profound, echoing through the tech world. It was a message. Chen did not want to be found, and he had the skills to ensure it. He had become a ghost in his own machine, a legend whispered about in digital corridors. The world had never seen a disappearance so complete, so absolute, and so chilling in its precision. The mystery deepened, and the legend grew. As rumors spread and theories multiplied, Marcus Chen had rewritten the rules of vanishing, leaving behind only silence and speculation. The clues were there, if anyone had looked closely. In the weeks before his disappearance, Chen quietly sold off assets, real estate, stocks, everything. He converted billions into cryptocurrency, stored on untraceable hardware wallets. His fortune became invisible, ready to move anywhere. To close associates, he hinted at threats and spoke of going dark. They dismissed it as paranoia, until it was too late. Chen's latest patents revealed his intentions: geofencing and signal masking, tools to fake a crash and vanish. He wasn't just building these for clients, he was building his own escape plan. The technology was his exit strategy. Friends didn't realize his warnings were farewells. He was preparing for a world without him. Every move was calculated, every detail planned. The stage was set for a perfect disappearance. Chen's obsession with privacy had become a blueprint for escape. The world would only understand the signs after he was gone. His final act was as meticulous as his code. The vanishing was no accident. It was engineered. Marcus Chen had designed his own legend. The most compelling theory? Marcus Chen orchestrated his own disappearance. The storm provided cover, the transponder tricks, a smokescreen. The digital erasure wiped his past clean. With his fortune in cryptocurrency, Chen could start anew, anywhere. Maybe he landed on a hidden runway, or transferred mid-air to another plane. Perhaps he's living under a new identity, free from threats and surveillance. For a man obsessed with privacy, vanishing was the ultimate act. The evidence fits, the maneuvers, the erasure, the missing wreckage. Chen had the motive, means, and genius to pull it off. To many, this is the only explanation that makes sense. Marcus Chen became the ghost he always wanted to be. But there's a darker theory. Abduction. Chen's knowledge and encryption keys were priceless. Intelligence agencies and criminal organizations had reason to want him. A hostile force could have intercepted his jet, forced it down, and taken him. The strange radar maneuvers might have been a struggle for control. The digital erasure could have been forced, or triggered by his captors to cover their tracks. In this version, Chen is not free. He's a prisoner, his mind exploited for secrets. The disappearance is total, the trail cold. In the world of cyber espionage, such abductions are not fantasy. If true, Chen's fate is grim, his genius used against his will. The world may never know if he's alive or lost forever. The legend darkens, and hope fades. The simplest theory: the jet crashed. The storm was brutal, even the best pilot can lose to nature. The erratic radar signals could have been a desperate fight for control. The Oregon Cascades hide secrets, lava tubes, deep forests, places a plane could vanish forever. No wreckage, no beacon, no trace. Perhaps the jet lies in a hidden grave, swallowed by the earth. The digital erasure, maybe a dead man's switch, an automated protocol triggered by disaster. Chen's obsession with security could have set it in motion. In this version, the vanishing was tragic, not planned. The legend is born from coincidence and catastrophe. The truth may be buried deep, never to be found. Sometimes nature is the perfect accomplice. For 2 years, the case was cold, until a signal was detected in the Oregon Cascades. Amateur radio experts picked up a faint, encrypted transmission on Chen's unique frequency. Only he and a handful of Black Tower engineers knew it. The signal reignited the search, helicopters, rescue teams, all focused on the remote wilderness. But again, nothing was found. No camp, no bunker, no wreckage. Theories abound. An automated beacon, a coded message, or a trap. Is Chen alive, reaching out, or is it just another piece of his elaborate puzzle? The signal is a riddle, one that keeps the legend alive. The wilderness keeps its secrets. The world listens, hoping for answers. The mystery refuses to die. The ghost in the machine whispers on. The search continues, driven by hope and obsession, and the story grows. The Chen family remains silent. No interviews, no funeral, no memorial. Their silence is as impenetrable as Marcus's encryption. Some say it's hope, others, knowledge the world lacks. The absence of mourning suggests they don't believe he's gone. Today, Marcus Chen's disappearance is a modern myth, a story of privacy, power, and the cost of vanishing. Did he escape? Was he taken? Or did he fall to nature? Each theory offers a different truth, but none can be proven. The mystery endures, echoing through the digital age. Can anyone truly disappear? Chen's story suggests it's possible, at a price. The signal from the Cascades still pings, a faint heartbeat in the wild. The world waits, watching the stormy skies, listening for the next whisper. The legend of Marcus Chen is far from over.